Now, they have also, this private sector who came and put their businesses here, they have also helped in raising tax collection. As I said, in 1986, we collected only 5 billion shillings. But we are now collecting 21,000 billion. So those steps, one by one, have led to where we are now. We now have more money, more government money, more jobs, and plenty of supplies in the shops. The shops are full. The problem is market, no longer shortages. But we have one issue the NRM people need to deal with, especially the flag bearers who are now competing for votes. This is the issue of Tanzuka. They must Tanzuka well now, this time. Because the Tanzuka is the distribution, the dishing out. Those who don't know our language is, we leave them behind. So the NRM leaders, members of parliament especially, and the executive should distribute this money well to solve people's problems before we deal with the salaries of leaders and travel and all of that. I can see on the TV there some of the jobs. Some of the factories. Let's first watch and see what's happening. But these people are showing themselves more than the workers. They will get more organized and show the workers. Now, the moment we Tanzuka well, there is no problem that we shall not solve. Like, for instance, the road from Orio through Anaka, through Gulu town, all the way to Kitugum and Tumsingo. We have done that with our own money, no loan, no money from outside. The road from Soroti to Moroto and to Nakapiripirit has been done with our own money, no No money from anywhere.
Leti engadi soroti oya moroto paka otandina ka prepretere anesa also ondoko kolongo ngadi amari Uganda direse.
The road from Mubende to Kakumiro to Chibare to Kagadi has been done with our own money.
Leti ngadi Mubende Kakumiro kibale voane tatapa kandika gadi resa ondoko edo kolongo amari Uganda arese.
The road from Msita to Mayuge, to Namayingo, to Majanji, to Busia has been done with our own money.
Leti anyerele ngare skaya Mayugese pak antiota palisale batisa ebu go kolongo amari Uganda dire dezoruao.
The road from Mpiji to Kanoni to Kabarasoke to Chisozi to Sembabure to Masaka has been done with our own money.
Leti ngadi Mpigi alikatauni olalela batiga sesema mpule pak anti masakare sa ebu kolongo antako amari Uganda dire hao.
Even where we borrow, the people lend us because we pay them back. So all that money is our money really. Whether it is cash or borrowed. So therefore, now that we are where we are, if we tanzuka well, there is nothing we cannot do. Now that brings me to the specific programs in the 3 districts. The main programs there are ongoing now. First of all, the whole of West Nile is now already linked, except for Obongi, is now linked with the national grid as far as the electricity is concerned. The wires are there.
Logo amadu West Nile did into to say, Atiangadi Lolu de Diadretibagwete Obonyi.
People who don't know what God did in the book of Genesis are saying that the power is going on and off. Of course, the power which is there now, the wires are there, but the power is still weak. This is because the wires which we have now are 33 kV. The weak, the smaller line. And that was because the demand in West Nile was also small. Because I think the demand even now is like 3 megawatts?
Yes.
That's why originally we had wanted to rely on Nyagak. Because I think Nyagak could have generated about 6 megawatts or something like that. But Nyagak also had problems of water and so on. Now there's a lot of water, but I think that there was a time when there was not so much water in the river. That's why we have brought a thermal power plant here of 8 megawatts as a temporary substitute. So Nyagak and this power station here have got more power than what West Nile is consuming now.
Yeah.
But we have more power With Karuma, with the Simba, with the Agago, with the new ones, we have more power.
Ki kolo tele dianesa atimori dia du sile kenga Karuma re kenga nyaga adugare Isimba bati emo akare aloga ke akoba tiwel moriko e amari dianza.
So the issue now is no longer power, but connecting it to West Nile and other parts of Uganda.
Ane dete eya bari West Nile yari aditeko ko yakare ewa madu Uganda risti gasatro.
That's why we are building new power lines of 132 kV from Oruyo through Gulu and directed to West Nile to solve the problem of power.
Dio ba timori re tugongwele mori no tami alu mutina limpieri re ade sioleo asene ka tia dia mari West Nile yari angato Karumare.
These weak lines will now be replaced by the stronger ones, the 132 kV.
Ade waya mori akodi batia de tuara eto mori dia do engade mi alu mutina limpieri dilerisi.
Fortunately, many even Obongi would be linked with the wires from the national grid.
Angwane de sakobo bonyisa de ngade wire de sepa kantilaka.
That is on the side of electricity.
Lede wa atikodere.
On the side of the roads,
Ewale tiriga
the main road for that part of West Nile, or the Madi area, is Atiak, Ajumani, Raropi Road, where the company is already on the road tarmacking it.
Ewale tiriga ndrole logo amari madidi kodere nzanzare eredi Atiaki ya Jumane seke aloropi ane de diadwe bubala kariba tisa idoke bula karera elaka.
Then you cross the Nile and you Laropi, Metu, to Moyo to Afogi.
Drazo nyeza abudene nyeta loropi le tienga de loropi eya de Metu se Moyo se voa ko ya afozere.
That road also will be done. We have the money. The plan is moving on.
Ane de sa de vosoa malokolongo ne esuro ravoa tinaso barora.
Then the road from Moyo to Yumbe to Koboko, that one also will be tarmac.
Voile tienga de Moyo kaya Yumbese, onko ketan Koboko re, anesa okolongola kare surra edo ibula kariba tino bakasara.
The money for this is already available.
Okolongo leti aidba tiri nikwa.
And the plans have either started or about to start.
Tatiru badelaka itezo ribati ireanene dozo zokedo kurusae.
That leaves us with only 2 roads for this area.
De kebe amani leti da ewa amadi de gadia tekaseri.
In terms of tarmacking.
Solesore.
One road is the road from Panyimur to Pakwach, to Rhino Camp, to Obongi, to Dufire, along the Nile. That road will be part of our future plans for tarmacking.
Ane de le tienga de Panyimuru, kaya keta Pakwati, kali Rhino Campusi, Obongi kwa kase Dufele, meritu sedi au de ane de kaya kare dene.
And then the other road is from here through Terego to Yumbe.
Da le tizitore konga rua ko ya Terego asi kongo ka dinzi Yumbere.
Now once we do that, the road network for that part of West Nile will be finished.
Dora le tia ide yo tere dera ere ekwena le tisoleso logo amadu West Nile yade are e kodara.
And as I said last night, on the side of Nebi, there are the 2 roads, the road from Parombo to Panyimur, Panyimur, Parombo, Erusi to Goli, I think.
Yes.
And then from Goli to Paida, and around the border up to Vura here. Mahagi is in Congo, but on the border. Yes. For us, we shall stop at the border. Or if we can go to Mahagi for Mr. Chisekedi allows us.
Kendra zini majoka undralaga maengare ne biriani letia sedere engazo Parombo kongo ke ya werusu se ke sapa kandino se obonyi ba tia sene voici kenga goli ke paidase ko pele tiba di kongo to rimise ke ta vura de a de no se wa bani leti ungole mahagini de gare na kongo ka ke ta la karbati de asedere.
So now the other plans are all here in the files for this area. The other are all here in the file.
Tangu ziti debati tino barora diado karatasi ungole file dia ikwa.
Not karatasi, file. You don't have word for file?
Yes.
Karatasi is paper. But this is paper in file.
Oba file kyo sele karatasi dutere.
Now when you look at the education sector,
the
schools, the primary schools in the zone are 132, the government ones.
Sukuru government idri taido ngole primary school ni aimi alumtina limpieri.
The private ones are 34.
Government etikore imudina limbisu.
Then the secondary schools are 11.
Sukuru senior dire imudulimbialo.
The private ones are 14.
Government etikore imudulimbisu.
Now the sub-counties without a public secondary school,
sub-counties logo godris sukuru akọ senior secondary school akore
in this region there is Moyo Town Council.
Wa mari madidi de gade alore Moyo Town Council
I think they don't have a secondary school, apparently. I don't know why.
Idi secondary school yo. But Moyo senior is there.
Then there is
Moyo Town Council has a Moyo SS.
There could be some mix-up.
It has a Moyo SS. It is the government.
Okay. Then here they are talking of Gimara.
The Gimara area Bonyi district
and that one is being constructed now.
And then
there is Arinyapi.
Arinyapi na Zuman district
a school is being constructed now.
Anesa sil school la kare gorele dia anyakare ndelerale ya de there.
So I see only one sub-county here called Adropi.
The sub-county school akore senior akore Adropi
in Ajuman West.
Anele de Ajuman West constituency that
doesn't have a government secondary school.
Laka government secondary school yo.
But as you saw in the film here,
Kendra nyandrekate film garale diani.
These huge factories we are attracting in the country.
Factory debati de amadide
and the hotels.
Hotel dibatito.
And the airline.
Voa ndeke.
All these need skilled people. So as we expand the secondary schools and the primary schools, for me I'm always looking out for also the technical schools. And our plan is to have a technical school per constituency. Now here I can see only 2 technical schools in this area.
Data mandrele dia de iga logo madidiga sukuru teko dia itete ridanga.
There is Amelo Technical Institute
Allora Amelo teko
and Moyo Technical Institute.
Voa moyo teko
And also RP, PTC. I think this is for teachers.
Yes. Voa RP sukuru la ponidire
What I will do, I will ask my people to check whether there is full enrollment in these technical schools.
Data korere alema bane kontreki. Teko di batia dia weli batiri dia osiroengoti.
Because you find that when where they are technical schools, they don't have enough students.
Stisi nyesua adi teko di sira batiri weli arure ireyo.
Because Ugandans still prefer to be Karanis than technical people.
Amala ba Uganda riri anguno lekia iria ekolume buideka ofisi ya karani adoro oza ini mujo voto ibugarera.
And yet we want technical people, not Karanis.
Vuata malelere ba voto ribati karani ako.
So I will check whether these are fully subscribed, whether there are enough people there.
Ane de masi tamema umiara ndrezo rudite koribati ya ba aya
Now, on the side of infrastructure, remember we are repairing the railway from Tororo, Mbare, Soroti, Lira, Guru up to Pakwach.
Wata usizori batiga anyanikotere ane majokarare ane garimozi ya desi engazo Tororo koye ya sepa kandiketa amari Pakwach dia.
And once it gets to Pakwach, we can use the water for water transport all the way to Dufre and Laropi.
Zoda garimozi desi eta Pakwach dia ra ekuyadi eidi se buwabaka ati aruse kende meli seriane.
And we are going to build a bridge across Laropi.
Voa ama abu ngadi omitilo fo Laropi to dadi dina beti.
We shall build a new bridge across Karuma.
Adi abu Karuma ni naikana waziga sana sadu dira dinibe.
Build a bridge on Masindi Port going to Pakwach to Apache.
Mary alwadi adi dinabe anesa ewa.
But also build a bridge on Laropi.
Voa adi siya Laropi dea.
And a new one at Pakwach also.
Voa udi Pakwach di sadu udi risiao.
So in terms of plans, on the side of the roads, on the side of electricity, this is what I have mentioned up here, and also on the side of education. All the plans are here for health, for water. Within water, I want we are also going to develop irrigation apart from water for drinking. The number of irrigation schemes like the one in Wadelai. But once it works there, then we can also go to the other areas. However, all this is infrastructure. But the most important is the wealth in the homes. I've told you how we have attracted rich people from outside, and they have come and built factories which you can all see in the Kampala, Jinja, Mukono, Mpigi areas. And more are coming. But this is good, but it's not enough. The Ugandans must also join in becoming modern and creating wealth in the homes. Now, this is where we have one of the big problems.
De data lo ditilaka ogboro are.
Ebu ideka ani.
Ane de ole ebu ideka.
Ani.
Ebu ideka ane.
That is working for the stomach only.
Ebu ideka ane adite.
Now, this has been the problem of the whole of Uganda and Africa.
Ane di ondoku etsanti roba Uganda retrieve Africa into two sere.
In the census of 1969,
Indrezo Kenya elfolumia ditalum diazia la bala zorenga.
96% of Ugandan homesteads were only working for Ebu Ideka Ani.
Ba mudrita libiazia mialo arie suka kia ebu nete ani adite.
And I had seen this in Ankole area in 1959 when I started fighting against this problem.
Ane de Andre logo amadi Ankole digara Kenya mtita olimbirita lo sema etoro oja dire tako dure batiga.
Of course, me that time I did not know about the statistics of the whole country.
Te sana sesua ni deso weli ta Uganda dira diganda ndako.
I was only looking at the people around me. But recently when I checked, actually I found that in 1969 census, 96% of the homesteads were working only for the stomach, what they call subsistence farming.
When we
did the census of 2014, the last one, okay, the number of those who work for only the stomach had sort of come down. It was now 68%.
Andre bata ite kontoko ya anere engazo mdrita olimpiaziaga engwira mpiazalimbi tu deriadite.
Instead of and only 32% of the homesteads were working for the stomach and for money.
Aruna nyesua erimi aloare kaki ebuite okolongone voa ya anesatori.
And this is too many. 68% of the homesteads just sitting, working only for eating, no money. That's why I have been doing all these efforts, Operation Wealth Creation, NADS, all those efforts.
And
when they wake up, they actually get good money. So I don't know whether we have some examples today in this area. They have got some examples here. There is Drajuruga Morris from Aria South Village, Aria Parish, Moyo Sub-County. Let's see.
Madizi daungwe Drajuruga Morris ane de madi moyore
Is he talking?
No.
That I have plantation for orange, and I have 1 acre which is now matured. Some begin bear fruit. I expect out of 1 stalk like this, I can harvest 3 to 4 bags, which is 100 kilograms. That can also produce me some money to sustain my family and also send my children to school. So this is how it will start produce the yield. This is the first season to produce. So first of all, I wanted to give my thanks for our Excellence, President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, because since he has come to power, we have peace, and all as a farmer, we have freedom to work in the field without interference. So I expect in the future, if this government is continue living and supporting the farmers like this, I'm going to get a lot of even $1 million per year, and surely I have hope my children will go for higher education, for study. Because if I have wealth, I have the product, I have dairy cattle, nothing can deceive me.
Yoweri Kaguta Museveni ana mori kele goliba ne rese overo da dia do rekete de aledi a akwa kele anere e oti a ya tizore e vo anyanda kare ani uko jo se la garule bati e ojo ane tere jogamete kaba goliba de mori nza de ane kenyandi de bati ya de iko kolongo suka milioni santera.
Now then there is Andre Revo Patrick from Erepi Radom South Village. Let's see him also.
This is the first one I received. I received it in calf, and it produced the other one. This one is the second offspring. This cow gives me milk. I milk 5 liters, and these 5 liters at least I sell. Each liter is 2,000, so that one gives me 10,000 daily. This money may sound little, but this money I use it in planting more other crops like the cabbages. I got upland rice seeds, and this is the one I've planted, and out of this one I got about 7 bags. From the 7 bags, at least each bag goes at 170,000. So that is what I earned from it. But apart from that, also I managed to get 2 bulls. Those bulls there. And it is the one I use for plowing my land here. As you can see, this is my cabbages. It is a 1/4 acre. This is I'm diversifying the money I get from the cow. I'm expecting to get from here at least 3 million. The first one I planted at the other end, I got 2,270,000. Here I have the mangoes. I have about 127 grown-up mango trees. From one mango like this, from here, at least I get 200,000 each. The others I've planted, they are small, but the grown one of this size are 127. I appreciate the government of Ghana. I appreciate the president for the wise decision and for taking all this effort to make sure poor me at least get something. I am right now able to pay my children out of the money I earn from these enterprises. It has increased. In fact, because I've been so creative, more things have been given to me, and this is really motivating me. I'm looking forward to see to it that really I don't fail the program.
Then there is, you will translate later. Let's first see also Reverend Natalia Vura from Toloro Village, Vura Parish, Moyo Sub-County.
I'm a farmer, educated by Operation Wealth Creation. The group came here one time, they asked me if we can do something to educate people. I said yes, why not? So we started with them. We planted a lot of mangoes here, where you can see we are producing some marmalade and mango juice, educating the youth for this Operation Wealth Creation so that they learn how to make money. Whereby our idea is in the future to open here a factory so that the people can work in the factories, making mango juice, making marmalade, making yogurt, making from mangoes, and we want to try our best so that people get some employment and get some jobs in Mali and the Western region, and also in Uganda. Southern Sudan is very near here, whereby all people around can even come and join and get education. The trick we are learning from Operation Wealth Creation is not only creating jobs, educating people to be self-reliant, to be able to earn a living and make money so that they can have their families. And now we have planted already, the big oranges are 350 acres, but the smaller ones are coming up, about 250 acres. And we expect to start to create money, also to pay those who are working here. There are already people who are employed. We have 48 workers. These are the employees who are working here, and most of them are the youth. And some of these ladies, actually, they are not married because their husbands died during the war. And some of them, these youths, some of them are child soldiers. Monthly, they get some money, and this money must be raised from the products they work, they earn from what they produce. And therefore, we are targeting to make each year, maybe each month, from the oranges, each month we are targeting to get 48 million. From the mangoes, during the mango season, there are two seasons. One is during Easter and the other one is during Christmas. The Easter season normally is the best. This time, in Easter season, we got 20 million. Now we must make sure that when we work together, prosperity comes in for our nation, for our young people, and prosperity brings people to be self-reliance. And the self-reliance brings people not to go back. We have suffered these activities of wars and rebels and all these. These are effects which are out of poverty. When people are not poor, they will never think of destroying, killing, and making disaster. They will think of making money, and better living, and even going to heaven. Nobody will go to heaven when he's poor. When he's dying, he cannot even greet people. He will not just die like this, and he will heaven. That is it. You go to heaven, even me as a priest, I will bless you, amen, and you are in God's hands.
Eric Ladiara and Atire Dominico Jotane, Dominico Jone Sugame Titi Kazao de Otieri, Lena Anekoza, Lita to de Anekazia, Elfuere, Lita Loga, the Sodu Alosianica, Selenga Sueli Fumudri, Zaranya lady in Bandiria, Elfumi and Akesuara, Ongo Colongone Sule, Tidia Negade, Anobalo Satazigako, Aneko Swamvua. Aneka swamvu aneka mutele sa aneka kabezi sa mutele anidri ana salade amvu alaloga aneke suwa guti etu deri di guti alalo se aneke nyaya aneke suwa la kaselenga elfu mialo muditu deri deta ana jolere vongo jo zisa gamete oke ani moni eri di aneke bua aneka amvu anidri so ause amvu na salade kabezi di trana zile de ana kabezi ne Ota amvu ndire ne koro, ota amvu ne saizi alusudri laka ne kaselinge su milioni na kenyalo alo se de oba ni mori enkwinza voango ane su mwembe anosa mwembe pa mi alum dito mwembe pa mi alum dito de ga de mwembe de ane ke su alo ne ga silenge elfu miari de oke ani ni mori oba ane kana batiro ke fonyi gawa ane ka vota stisa ane ka tiane drowa de sana le ane ko ke ana anto ni nzarere gamete de ni voa ndrogolere ane ko ke adugo amadi Uganda di amba yo rikakuta Museveni ana le de loso de bati ezikabane di ase na amba Dominico atajolere erizare padre vora Maria padre vora Maria ojo anoya anesulini lemu operation well creation ni batidri anate ane keri lini de anokwi arumbe nzoro onko keke anini mwembe okay ani mwembe pa anosa amvumi anam dito dia anoso ya ile muruzito kake ebuide aru kake vodo yesu asene kokedro enimori aisa ta ko ejido ya ruga ongo amvuzi desodia idore anesota amvumi arum dito aido tala kariba tira ai katariba tide mwembede ai ko sa kinyalo ria vueri ai amina ai ko tia atizo are paskangare vueri zo are natalengare ai ko tia kilo sorere re paskangare kesu eia ako ai ko kolongo esulaka viro paskangare ikesu milioni mudiri garere laka ki okolongo de tebu de dezore ya ile murizo ke deane de kasi oke ini ebu kake ya musara ne sulaka musara esule rika ekonya isaka so vuruka ke tai dedro de sinye su ovu ke ojo nduseko aruziti ya wizi aya goti odrara rebati ongo ojo tatuirere lonyi prosperity lonyi kole madi ala udi lonyi kolwa donyiri lonyi iya bazita ndireko nyiri nya panidri nyi tandar ba tinyi duanye de ao ongo ojo satori nyesu ozo nyi tatro asi egbe kolu nyi ni iya tambimbiri ba ti dereko ongo isa ini tuwi amaleku yenye abugosa nyi angbe kala ako baka nyi ni tututo evrani paderesi anekele ginyi ni nganyi abuwa disitari dedi okay ina si egbera anola an ko kana nzonzo ni gameti dini voane sa anola an kanzo vudipi amadire na mba yoweri kaguta Museveni.
So the three examples were good examples in the mud area.
Dia lete inaledi tari deka gameti di aitiga ewa vumadi digare.
That shows you the waking up of these people in that area.
Diete de mipika lakidivo kare madidigare.
Although the cows they give them are not the best, they should give them. I will give them better cows after the elections.
Ampojo tia ya keleba de nere tilo sore ba ti koke ejade eko zora ere aneka de batini tilo sore kera.
Because the cows they give them. They have got very small stomachs like this, as if. The milking cows have big stomach and big. But it's good, and the 5 liters is not what they should be getting at least 20 liters. So General Sare should check on those people who are giving those cows. They should not give our people. You can see the stomach of that cow. It's not a milking cow. His staff must bring good cows, not these ones here. But for the mangoes, they are doing very well, I can see. And the oranges. And the cabbages. So you can see a lot of wealth. The Reverend who is planning to go to heaven by starting here on earth. He has got 350 acres already planted with mangoes. I don't know whether the calculation is right, but he's talking of 700 million shillings.
ano nikudi idete ya ikiojo na iketia silingi milioni 100 deri.
They should interview him again properly so that he can inform the public properly.
Ano le aneka ikole deandanda au sinadi lakini ta diba terinzeo.
So you can see that it's possible. This is happening here in Western, in Madi, in Western Nile.
Disi ane tari dedi wari ya maladi kari dedi ogogo madi vuti.
You hear that Ugandans are going to Israel to learn how to farm in the desert, Israel.
Overo vo Israel tidiga kakitadani batisa kare idire tinya kakitala kare batisa idake kaisawa.
You really wonder about Africans.
Kidaro ba Africa adi adile.
Going to Israel to learn from what? You should be the ones teaching Israelis.
Hadingadi vuna Israel ni vudi lini diani ba tini resu ware kole kimki baride.
You can see the beautiful mangoes there, the beautiful. So now you can see the huge, those huge mangoes. So therefore, the challenge now is to spread to all the homesteads.
Data sadibani okorere kole ofudi kata joti alo alosi.
In Western Nile, people had started working for money long ago. Growing cotton and tobacco. But the problem was doing so without otita, as I told you the other day.
That what?
Otita in
calculation. Ki enzenzila kari olure. Oriolure tatuba kakulaka mukolongo dine
without the calculation.
Voa idekana mbimbi welela kare.
Now, but with the mangoes, it's a good calculation because from 1 acre you can get good money.
Ki mwembetro endre zone tala kare kare dete amala mfu alo de ganyingo kolongo ntare suwa.
The mangoes and the vegetables and the cows, once they get good cows. And the pigs and the chicken. So I'm glad that these are a few examples, but we must spread them out. Now, finally, the issue of the veterans. Last night I spoke about them. And I told you that the issue of the veterans is that the Wanyankore proverb, the one who is last in the bed is the one to arrange the bed.
Madi lediane kodare ngere ngbadere.
Because the NRM came after very many years of so much confusion. We have to arrange all the issues.
Government NRM did otane kadi esula kadi disiri ekpadro kita kporo kole kobakare aloga.
Because there were people who had fought wars for different groups, but they were never attended to.
Bazio dikioja esu gamete de otayare koro enka ki ebekira ki alote sondrenga idikoro.
Those who fought for the British.
Edezo British inga ungwele banyako de
Then the UA.
Voa askari ungwele UA de
Then the UNLA.
Ungwele UNLA idide bati
Then the different groups.
Voa zitingimbiri batito.
So when they recorded them, they found there were 154,000. 537. Now, these are the people that have been paying now. Now, many of them have been paid. It is 68,000 who are remaining not to be paid.
ase dia kele korore elif mutiaza limbiaro.
Now they have put money in the budget
Okolongo iti ati barora
for paying 11,000.
Okolongo ti obaleri ka mutiaza limbiaro se kadi elif mutilimbiaro re kea de so
For this year they will pay 90 billion.
Kenya dia ike billion ditalo.
And then 2022 they will pay another 14,000.
Kenya elif mutilimbiari se elif mutilimbi suriaria okera.
And I think that will finish the number, because the 43,000 of the 154,000 have not been, people didn't come to prove that they are there, or they have their descendants.
Ba elif mialu mutito limbi sumia to mutilimbi deridia elif mutisulimbi nare ya driba on zero de so anda ne koro.
So I want you to know that the issue of the veterans is being handled, and of course we can. First of all, they had to prove that, because these are people who are no longer in service, some have died. It is not so simple. It's not straightforward. But I'm glad that it has been handled, and people are following up, and they are paying slowly.
Ale majendu pelere lejo mundara ebeka baba mundara ebekara didide ubatinara ade fungandere dieru kiane tadure ko amala laka bastia di bonzero anta koro vongo basti so dara de siade dia diniause.
Of course, the ones who are confirmed, they could have been paid in 1 year.
Aru esulete ya karatasi ati ubaro serbati.
But you see, you need to remember that we are not only dealing with one issue of veterans, we are dealing with the roads, with this one, with this one.
Ki malelema imuntara ba muntara bekara ritore ta idelere talo idideko ko ya dineo se amaladia ko lo o soleti ongo soleti ongo ideta stisa to skurutro.
So it has been handled correctly by paying some money, but also doing other things.
Disi leti okezore okoruleti antare ya oketitin leti antare si amalo kolongo stikole ideta stisa toto.
Until the whole problem is solved.
Let
me conclude by emphasizing the issue of homestead incomes. Because you can walk on the roads, you can have tarmac roads. But people are not going to sleep on the tarmac road. In the night, you go back to your home. And the problems you left there in the morning, you will find them there waiting for you. Therefore, the best way to really get poverty out of the country is through the homestead. Poverty is not in the bush. It is not on the road. It is in the house and in the households. And all the leaders who say they are leaders, please help the people solve this problem. Once we handle this, the rest will be easy. Now, there's one last issue. When all these Ugandans wake up and they go from only working for the stomach to working for the stomach and for the pocket, they engage in massive commercial production. We shall have the big issue of market. It has already started.
Dasa idora.
Too much sugar cane in Musoga, too much sugar.
Dasa this is sukari nyesuanza musoga vudri.
Too much milk in Ankole and the market, the big surplus of milk.
Le nyesua diaro ekpadro vunyako le driga.
Maize.
Seri.
In Bunyoro, in Kamwenje, in Gomba.
Nyesua vu Bunyoro driga, vu Gomba riga, seri ode angwe.
Coffee is the good thing with coffee that it has got an international market.
The
production has gone up, but the market abroad is taking the coffee. But the other items, the cement in factories, the soap, the cooking oil, the maize, the milk, we are working on the regional market.
Data vero zitiri a semeti amariri a dole ingone batide ade daso konantuo.
The market of East Africa, the market of Africa.
Kole ani do ndu so kona kole kolo amadidi a Africa na Nigeria serega of Africa nintutu.
Now all this continue to confirm the correctness of the NRM line.
Di eziba ndrezo ru ontoku tai de koyo ontoku leti NRM ubalerisi.
Because remember we told you, do not concentrate on identity, concentrate on interests of the people.
Ama joka nyenera riane kolo ondreleti lete madriko anyendreleti taro la diridi.
Don't concentrate on parochialism, concentrate on patriotism for the whole of Uganda.
Ba tandreka levo amadira digare aide kake tandre Uganda nintutu.
In order to get initially prosperity, to get stability and be able to build a strong army, which is what we have done. And that's how we've been able to create peace, as I said at the beginning. But now when people wake up and start producing a lot of products, then you have the issue of the market.
Then
you find that you now need the East African market, you need the African market. Again, it confirmed the line of NRM, which is patriotism within Uganda, love Uganda.
Di kabedi le nyavune Uganda disere kole nyele Uganda ne.
Don't concentrate on tribalism and religious sectarianism.
Oba letema suru sereko, voa letema dini sereko.
But also Pan-Africanism.
Kole le nyiti kolo vo Africa dini ntutu.
So now we are stuck with the sugar cane.
Drama ika sakaido.
The tribes cannot help us. What will help us are the Ugandans to buy the sugar, but also the Africans to buy the sugar. To buy the milk. Buy the maize. So that means people who preach sectarianism of religion, of tribe, they are preaching sterile doctrine.
Zobaka leje kwilete madiribati nze alakini au laki etizo ekwiana ezikia vorobaka.
They are preaching they are false prophets, as they say in the Bible.
Kaki leje kwi enzodri ba leje kwi onzeka kende wa rubangadiga na ane batika kinzeyao.
They are preaching a message that has no validity. Because our message is patriotism, Pan-Africanism, socio-economic transformation, and democracy.
Amala olobo amadrienere mdire ojo tale vunyidri adiga levo Africa di adiga vale anyilo fori adiga.
This is all for your prosperity.
Di lomi leonye anyidri batine.
And for your stability.
I
thank you and I wish you good luck.
manzo anyokosi aopi kompanya tani.
Thank you, Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Uganda. Since today is your last radio address in West Nile, and tomorrow being your last day, Mr. President, just give me 3 minutes to say the following. The first, I want to thank you on behalf of the people of Arua City, Arua District, Terego, Maracha, Koboko, Madiokolo, Moyo, Ajumani, Obongi, Zombo, Pakwach, Yumbe, and Nebi for successfully campaigning in the region, very peacefully, educating the people, and also diffusing the false that has been preached around by false prophets who have been telling the people of West Nile that we shall never be connected to the national grid. Tonight, you have ashamed the false prophets in West Nile by assuring the people of West Nile that we shall be connected to the national grid. Mr. President, I also want to congratulate you for also ashaming the false prophets in West Nile who have been saying that you will not construct the Goli Road, Goli, Zombo, to connecting the border of Mahagi, connecting us and linking us to DRC market. I want to congratulate you that you have ashamed them and you have assured us, the people of West Nile, that this shall be done. Mr. President, just to communicate further and a breakdown on your message of job creation, I thank you very, very much that on job creation and industrialization, you have told our people that you have brought many rich people in Kampala. I just want to tell you and the people of West Nile that you are going to create the NRM government under your leadership. The people of Uganda Investment Authority have done the calculation of how many jobs we shall be creating out of industries in the 4 industrial parks of Pakwach, Yumbe, Arua, and Zombo. We are talking about 52,000 jobs that will be created. We thank you very, very much. The unemployed young people and educated will now be employed. We thank you very much for that. Mr. President, further, we also want to thank you because it's our last night with you in West Nile. We want to thank you for answering the false prophets on the prophecy that they have been spreading among the veterans. That you see, Mr. Museveni, the President of the Republic of Uganda, the NRM President, the NRM Party Chairman, and our candidate will not address the issue of the veterans. Since most of the veterans speak Lugbara, and they do understand Lugbara and Madi, I want to break this further down, that today you have answered this question, that 90 billion is there in the budget. We thank you very, very much. You have told us that out of the 1,537, 68,000 who have not been paid, 11,000 of them would be paid. I would really want to thank you that this has been answered. Badi miriki dimi bisi. Ambogo amavur lude amani rakini kyo ba elifu mudina lo. Baba's financial year, the Malia Baba sent the billion caloromi erima ma or fe mite di veteran rodi irimi of fe. America dibo Mari Ambu President Madrid bo feribo. Mr. President, you've paid off the debt of the veterans and the balance of the 14,000. You have also assured them that you will also pay this in the financial year of 2021. Mr. President, I thank you very, very much for that. I also wanted to tell the people, because we have so many people who are in cooperative union and they are listening to you this evening. Mr. President, in your manifesto, you talk about securing the future. You are going to secure the future of the people of West Nile through giving them 52,000 jobs. But also in your manifesto, you have talked about reviving the cooperative unions. I congratulate you that we have the West Nile Tobacco Cooperative Union. They are very excited. President Amavurikinikio West Nile Cooperative Union Tobacco with a membership of 22,000 that is going to be revived. And I'm happy that, Mr. President, they listened to your call of the calculation and shifting from tobacco to better cash crops. Last 2 weeks ago, Mr. President, you commissioned a grain factory which is going to be fed by crops that the former tobacco growers of West Nile are now going to. Other food crops that Operation Wealth Creation has been giving to them, like maize, like simsim, like sorghum, they are now going to be supplying them and adding value in this first-class or world-class state-of-art factory of grain that you commissioned here in Arua City. Your Excellency, finally, not to take a lot of your time, you have also brought for us the skilling of young people through the industrial hubs, which you have put in your manifesto. I want to inform the people listening who are not among the leaders and listening to the radio now, since majority speak Lugbara, I will say this in Lugbara, that the President Amavle Yoweri Kaguta Museveni kini imu youth pini skills fe dribichazu kiti dezu charani sozu bongo sozu skill diki youth kibanga mikimbe maso mavu Uganda West Nile ya ngazu Nebia Pere Ajumani Moyo district mdidi Malia President Bayo Dima manifesto Malia bo. Through Mioga, Your Excellency, I want to give you the good news. My sister here, Honorable Joanna, gave me information that the money has arrived in Madi Okolo now, and also in Nebi. We want to thank you very, very much that even when you're campaigning, you're working. The money has arrived. So the Imiogas, the 18 different Imiogas, grupu apa ini trazundundundudra mudrinya rodi pimalia badiri yemodo biasara yesende de fibo. And Mr. President, I want to inform you that the training of how they will be using this imioga has started. I want to thank you very, very much, because what you have done for us as the people of West Nile is to put the false prophets badi babe vote President Museveni adisukuninia wadisiyo amasi azopingazu geriko ati afawara mania irvuru fedira mani bo mite di radio research kudona inga radio na tine gumeta vote kine ku President Nika Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. I thank you very, very much, Mr. President. May you have a safe journey and wish you success in your elections, and victory is ours. Thank you.
Yeah, I thank my granddaughter Tore Anite.
Thank you, Mzee.
But how many times will your false prophets be ashamed? How many times? You translate.
President Kinikio bate di njoli pidikinga drinje supaleko siya.
Because we are always ashaming them.
Adiskuni salo alubusi ma NRM ru NRM madileru ibi ini drinjafe.
They said the tarmac road of West Nile would never come.
Badi liandra nzo imadile joki andra nzo Kinikio Lamu West Nile aribanga ningeri siku.
It came.
Ichara.
I didn't hear any false prophet dying.
Yeah, uni rikin your false prophet as in Drarani, but Your Excellency, they died actually in West Nile. That's why they had a high causality rate. You had 26 members of parliament, they only got 5 members of parliament. So they are dying slowly.
Or the opposition?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So then they said would not defeat Coin, because you remember Coin was stopping our West Nile people from going to Kampala. That would not defeat Coin, would defeated Coin.
But the Likiandra and Zokini, your President Seven in Ganinga, Konyin in there, Adidas, Quadida, Ninga Konyin Gamopondera, the NRM, the Konyinera.
They said would not bring peace to the border with South Sudan. The peace came, we defeated Juma Horse, we defeated all those groups.
But you can't kill President Museveni Ganinga. Asianji amabla West Nile aku Asianji chamavra group Juma Horse bidira dakiworo President Nde badiki adisira.
They said we would never have electricity in Nebi, in West Nile. We got Nyagat.
President Kinikyo Yandra Angakinga Chisu Nyagaka Nebiaku Techoki Amemuki Achisura Mesuki Nyagaki.
So these have been ashamed, but I think they are shameless.
Kinikyo Drinza Bibar Kisura Tayonzi Kizapiri Kisingreru Drinzale Niki Bikuta Andrea Drinzale Mabidikira.
Because being ashamed is a good sentiment. Once you are ashamed, it means you are a good human being.
Sorry?
Once you are ashamed, once you feel shame, that means you are somebody who is sensitive and you can know, I made a mistake and I am ashamed.
Ariskunika drinje sudinibo ika yondere ira drinja kama birafini simiba azio ndo abedleni ya ipiraki nikyo yod malia drinje sumabole dima kuyo iyo ntinja tadilere midiba daleni.
But in terms of creating jobs, one of the big efforts we are going to do is fish farming in the Nile Valley. That one I have talked about before, but I want to repeat it again here.
Keniko azinga manisu baninga azifezu anzi amadi pinangiri nderi ringate ibima farm azi first peace point of azbani ibi matambazu what's the name of the place?
The Nile Valley.
Nile Valley.
So Manzora award 4.
Award 4 meaning the kodumuke mietiala that sleep well and have a safe journey.
Thank you.
Okay.
Welcome to English in a Minute, from home. People who are really unhappy or miserable are not very fun to be around. So why would we say this expression?
Jonathan, what is up with Estelle? She called me last night and complained for an hour.
I know. These days, I don't take her calls. She has been so unhappy lately. She just wants others to complain with her.
That's sad. Misery loves company, I guess.
Misery loves company has a couple of meanings. One is that unhappy people like others to be unhappy too. Another is that unhappy people like to share their troubles with others. And that's English in a Minute.
What are you doing there? Mabaya? Not tonight. You go and find other people who don't have mosquito nets. Let me go back to sleep.
My neighbors. How are you? How did you sleep? Hello, neighbor. Hey, it is clearly not a good morning to you. What happened? Don't tell me it is mosquitoes. Yamawe. Wait. This one I have to show Dr. Hamid. Hello. Yes, look at this one. That is my neighbor. He was in running battles the whole night. Hey, this man has seen this. Anyway, I will take him to get the mosquito net. After all, it is free. Did you carry your mask? You can't
survive malaria and you die of COVID. What yo? Now, you right there, that is where you reach. I will wait for you from here. Aha! Congratulations, my friend. You have gotten yourself a free mosquito net. Next step, let's go home and I show you how to hang it up. Otherwise, I might find it in your madrasa.
We can't tolerate sexual harassment.
Sexual harassment is unacceptable in our school.
Because a good school equals a better life.
Raising voices.
Uganda!
Let's welcome the Pioneer Exception Awards 2020, the only awards of service that recognize and appreciate unsung heroes that have lived selflessly, given generously, impacted Uganda enormously, and left footprints in education, healthcare, environment protection, student research, socio-economic transformation, aid, development, public safety, peace, security, and service delivery in all its various forms. Award categories like Teacher of the Year, Physician